Okay, things get a little bit more complicated once we move into section 6.3 or lesson 6.3. We're going to be dealing with these things called compound inequalities, and that's when we have, instead of just x is less than 0, we have x is less than 0 and x is greater than -2. So we have these compounds because they're multiple ones. So we have multiple inequalities within one particular statement. So, for example, in this case, we have a couple of examples here. But first off, we have one where we're going to use the and intersection, which is really between. That's called an intersection. And it means that the number is in between somewhere. So if we say that x is greater than 3 and so intersection means this. That's the little symbol for intersection. And x is less than 10. That means that x is between 3 and 10. If we're looking at union, then we would say, okay, x is less than 3, or, which is the union, x is greater than 10. And you'll notice that the number is not in between. The number is either smaller than 3 or it's greater than 10. So it can't be between. So this means between, this means either or. So it's either this or it's that. And so that's what we deal with when we look at these compound inequalities. So x is greater than 2 and x is less than 10. Also can be rewritten as x is in between 2 and 10. Notice how whenever we write an intersection, we always put the less than symbol and the variable always goes in the middle. So we would not put down 10 is greater than x, which is greater than 2. We don't write it the other way around. And then when we do or, we just leave it as this, or sometimes, as I mentioned, you'll use this little union. And the way that you know the difference here is that or is union, which looks like a U, so the other one has to be intersection, which is the upside down U. Okay, so we're going to move over to a slide and we're going to work on that one, and I'm going to show you how that works.